With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
She's the world #1 women's middleweight boxer, a world, Commonwealth and European champion, two-time British champion, but thanks to COVID-19 and the postponement of both the Olympic qualifying competition in London in March and the subsequent calling off of the Olympics, she's yet to book her place for the 2020 Games. But British boxer Lauren Price is back on track. This is the podcast interview series featuring Team GB and Para-GB athletes aiming for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. Olympic qualifying will take place again at the Olympic Park in London in April, and Lauren's told us she can't wait to get back in action, having not fought all year.
No, we haven't boxed this year. Well, I haven't anyway. It was meant to in March, and then obviously it got called off, and I was meant to box a couple of weeks ago out in Poland, but I got called off as well. But I have been on training camps. Just got back. I'm long got back from Turkey. I had a really good camp out there. I had gym bouts as well, so it's basically like a competition, doing 3-3s with a referee as well. And then obviously at the end of the week, I'm off to America in San Diego to spar against the Americans, so that should be good.
But the fact that you haven't fought anyone for a title, that's what's so strange about the year.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but for me, I kind of take it as everyone's in the same position as me. So even like my opponents and that, even when I come back, even though I've had like a great few years, I didn't want to, obviously I was on a high. For me, I kind of I turned the negative into a positive and thought, right, I got a bit of time now, let's work on my weaknesses or stuff like that, carried on training. I still come back to Sheffield, isolated myself here. One of the other girls, we kind of trained twice a day, even doing Zoom sessions with the coaches on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, doing bag sessions. So we still kind of like ticking over and still training. So I was still, obviously when I did come back round to be back in the gym, my fitness wasn't too bad. Obviously we didn't have the sparring of obviously like a timing and distance, but when you're training 3 times a day, that doesn't take long to go back.
You've got some good news that you know that you're going to be fighting for this Olympic qualification back in London in February.
I haven't been given an exact date yet, but yeah, I know it's going to be in spring and it's definitely back on and it's going to be in London. So yeah, I'm pretty over the moon with that. Can't wait. It's nice, even if it's going to be behind closed doors. I suppose we don't have to travel, and also we've kind of reused it because we were there in March, and obviously it was a good setup, the venue, the hotel and stuff like that. So that was good food and wherever. So yeah, I'm over the moon that it's in London.
And the fact is, you were there in March, as you say, and the competition lasted for about 3 days before it was all called off. It feels, Lauren, that we're probably in a better place to stage it now. I saw you on Twitter, you having your COVID test when you went to Turkey and stuff. There's so much more we can do to make sure the event is a success and goes ahead.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously there's talk of obviously a vaccine now as well, but yeah, everything will be put in place as well, and obviously I'm more kind of confident about it because obviously it's been out in the UK, so yeah, I feel everything is going to go to plan, stay safe, and yeah, I can't wait.
Gives you now something to aim towards, doesn't it? You've kind of got a date in your head.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a massive part of it as well, because you lose, I suppose, when you haven't got that date, even throughout the year when you go on different competitions, training camps, it gives you something to aim for. When there's kind of no date there, it's like your motivation is kind of quite low, and it's like, what are you training for kind of thing. So obviously times have been difficult, but yeah, as soon as being told we're going away, or there's a training camp, we're going to be boxing next year, kind of it gives us something to drive and to push, and all of us now are more determined because obviously we've had to wait an extra year for the Olympics.
How frustrating was that? Or was it actually helpful that they just called the games off and you can go, right, actually I could now just concentrate in a year's time?
Yeah, kind of, because at first we didn't know where we were. It was like, is this going to be on, is it not? Are they just going to use ranking points? Do we have to qualify? It was kind of up in the air. So in a way, yeah, I was quite relieved to say, obviously at the time, I was obviously devastated, but it was like, right, it's been postponed now until next year. And I kind of took my foot off the gas a little bit and kind of, like I said, just concentrated on my weaknesses and in that area.
Lauren was born in Newport 26 years ago and became the first ever Welsh amateur boxing world champion, male or female, and is now setting her sights on that Olympic title.
So you're world number one, reigning boxing champion, middleweight boxing champion. You're the Commonwealth champion, European Games champion.
Yeah. Just one more.
You're the favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But kind of obviously I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. Try not to anyway. And as long as I know in my own head and heart, as long as I've trained and I'm fit, I think on my day, then no one can beat me really. As long as I perform the best I can, I should be okay.
You said one more to go. I mean, is that the thing before you then move on, or?
No, I haven't really looked past Tokyo for me. Even though you look right now, the women's game in the pro is getting bigger every week, really. And for me, I'm just looking towards Tokyo. I haven't looked beyond that. So for me, it's still the same kind of goal and dream. Who's to know, I might do another 4 years. The likes of obviously Nicola Adams and Clarissa Shields, they've done 2 cycles. So why not? And like I said, the programme, even it's getting bigger, it's not quite there yet for females, as in there's not a lot of girls on the scene. So another 4 years, it should be booming, yeah.
You mentioned Nicola Adams. I think you saw her box in 2012 and got inspired, because you haven't always been boxing, have you? You've been kickboxing, you've done taekwondo, you've done football. Yeah,
I started at 8. I was kickboxing and playing football. And then obviously kickboxing wasn't in the Olympics. I travelled the world, kickboxing, become world champion, European champion. But for me, I just needed something more, and kind of obviously, watching the Olympics on TV, even before London, I was always inspired. It was a massive event. I never knew what I wanted to do to get there. But for me, being a kickboxer, it was kind of easy to just obviously transfer into a boxing gym. So yeah, I just went down to a local gym and went from there, really.
And do you still maybe see Nicola? Can she offer some advice for the pressure? You talked about not putting pressure under yourself, but if you're the favourite going into the qualifying and then the Olympics, maybe she could offer you some advice, because obviously she had that when she went to Rio to defend her title.
She's not really, we don't really see her now. I know obviously she retired, but obviously a good one is obviously we have Anthony Joshua in the gym and Joshua Buatsi as well. So they're obviously really inspiring. They're down-to-earth guys as well. Like AJ, he's proper sound, and he's level-headed. So it's nice to just be around people who've obviously been there and experienced it at the highest level as well. Obviously him winning Olympic gold, and then Joshua Buatsi winning Olympic bronze.
What's it mean having those guys around and they're being helpful?
Yeah, it's just nice. I suppose, like, being up here as well, we're all like one big family. And then obviously for them to come in the gym and mix it up a little bit, it's just nice to hear their experiences. Like, like Joshua Buatsi, he's probably the loveliest guy I've ever met, and he shares his experiences with all of us really. So yeah, that's really nice. And anyone can achieve anything. It's just believing in it.
And you're experienced, obviously, Lauren, as well. Like I mentioned, the European Games, the Commonwealth Games down in the Gold Coast. You know how it works, how the village works, and how the competition plays out. Yeah,
definitely. I've been to a few games. Maybe, obviously, this time round it's going to be a little bit different, obviously, because of COVID and everyone got to stay safe. But I'm sure it's just going to be just as good. And I'm really looking forward to it.
We haven't really talked about that, COVID. We know the games will probably happen. It looks like it's going to go ahead. No concerns about going out there. You'll take the advice from British Boxing and Team GB and go and do your best.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, our medical team are fantastic, so I'm sure they obviously listen to their advice. Obviously, there's news of a vaccine as well. If that means we all obviously have to take them, then fair enough. But it's obviously the main thing, staying safe. But like I said, we're a great team as well as the British team. So we got great support staff in every area. So I'm sure, they'll do our best to keep us safe.
Lauren Price, the World, European and Commonwealth middleweight boxing champion. This is the series where we speak to Team GB and Para-GB athletes preparing for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. You've been listening to Back on Track from Anything But Footy.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.